Well, this is a different Elmira NU podcast. This is our podcast for the members and friends of California's Elmira Baptist Church. And let me welcome you. Today is Tuesday, August 24th, 2021. And I'm doing this a little bit differently because I'm doing a video version of this also for Facebook. I'm glad you joined me this afternoon. What I want to do is take this time to remind you of the announcements from Sunday, give you a chance to get your calendars in order so that you don't miss anything that Elmira Baptist Church is doing this fall. First of all, let me say, I know that there's a lot of talk in the media among journalists about coronavirus, about COVID-19, about the Delta variant, and I know the Lord is going to lead each one of you to do what is best for your health. As a church, we want to continue moving forward as long as it's safe to do so, but we understand that not all of you will be able to join us for all these events. Some of these events are outside, exclusively outside, and I want to particularly invite you, if you're comfortable being with people outside, to join us for those. So without further ado, get your calendars out and let me give you some dates. Next Sunday, this coming Sunday, August 29th. After the morning service, I'm going to invite those of you who are members and those who want to help us with our Thanksgiving banquet to stay after the morning service for a 10 to 12 minute meeting. We're going to talk about what that means. Then also there's a men's breakfast on September 11th. That's at 9 o'clock in the morning. And then our Star Watch party is Friday, September 17th. We'll begin at 8 o'clock at night. This is one of those events that's completely outside. You can safely stay socially distanced and give yourself plenty of room, but also have a chance to fellowship with us. So let me invite you to come to that. We have a teen event scheduled for September 24th, 6 o'clock in the evening. There'll be more details about where that is. And then the following morning, Saturday, September 25th, 9 o'clock in the morning, we want to have a work day, and will be plenty of work for the outside, work to be done inside. If you can come and give us 2 or 3 hours on that day, I invite you to come on September 25th at 9 o'clock. Our next food and fellowship, and remember these food and fellowships are typically the fourth Sunday of the month. During the pandemic, we got away from them, but this month of August, we were back to the fourth Sunday of the month. The fourth Sunday of the month in September is September 26th. And our theme is fall favorites, whatever that means to you. It's a good theme. Fall favorites leaves a lot of room for interpretation. A couple of other dates. The men's 2-minute warning is November 5th and 6th this year. That's a Friday night, Saturday morning. Most men travel up on Friday, come back, sleep in their own beds, and then head back up on Saturday morning. It is possible for you to spend the night in Sacramento if you'd like, but that is November 5th and 6th. And then our Thanksgiving banquet is November 14th, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You can begin to invite people to that. And we'll talk more about the backup plans for that. Well, there's no backup plan, but there's a date we're going to set for ourselves. If we cannot be sure that we're getting in that fire hall by that date, we'll have to cancel again this year. We're not anticipating doing that. So write on your calendar November 14th, 4 p.m. Then our evangelist for that event, Tim Silcott, is going to be with us on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of that week. The 15th, 16th, and 17th of November as well, in the evening, 7 o'clock. So please plan to join us for that Bible conference. I think it'll be a blessing to you, and especially a blessing to your children and to your grandchildren. Just wanted to get those announcements to you. Now, for our devotional today, Psalm chapter 1. We just finished memorizing this psalm. And I hope you took some time during the 21 days of John to memorize and to meditate on this psalm. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. The negative is verse 1, the positive is verse 2. What happens to that man who meditates day and night in God's word because he loves it? It says that he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. In Mongolia, there's not a lot of trees. In fact, we used to joke that the national tree of Mongolia was the telephone pole. But I did learn, in driving through the countryside of Mongolia, if you saw a winding row of trees, this little area of trees and bushes, it was a sign that there was a little creek or stream or other perennial body of water, sometimes even a seasonal body of water that would run through there and nourish those plants. God says that when we meditate in his law because we love it, that we're like that tree that's planted by the rivers of water. When drought comes, there's still a source of water. When heat comes, there's still a source of water. When cold comes, there's still a source of water. Our leaf doesn't wither, we bear fruit, and we're prosperous in whatever we do. Not prosperous in terms necessarily of making a lot of money or becoming famous or being always healthy or having everything easy in life. We're prosperous because regardless of our circumstances, we continue to exhibit the fruit of the Spirit. We continue to be led by the Spirit. We continue to live in God's grace and to see daily victory. That's what I want for you. I want you to love God's Word because you love it, to meditate in it day and night, and be like that tree planted by the rivers of water. I hope you'll join me again on Thursday for another edition of the Elmira and You podcast. This has been the Elmira and You podcast for Tuesday, August 24th, 2021, and you can join us. We meet on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock for a time of Bible study and prayer. We meet on Sundays at 9:45 for Sunday school, 11 o'clock for morning worship, and 5 o'clock for evening worship. Our meeting place is 6111 California Pacific Road in Elmira, California, just outside of Vacaville, and we'd be glad to meet you there. Finally, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lusts of the flesh.